Hello, this is Matt on the Moon Lambo channel, and what I'm about to share with you, if this is actually what I think it is, and what the article that I'm going to reference believes that it is, then it's probably best to start this particular video with an exclamatory remark that is, holy crap! Alright, it has to do with xRapid perhaps already being live within the MoneyGram system, which of course utilizes XRP. Now, before we get going here, if you would please delicately tap the like button, but don't smash it, because only dorks do that and you're going to break your keyboard. And also, please subscribe, because if you don't subscribe, you hate puppies. You don't hate puppies, do you? On to the content. Alright, now check this out. This is from Wise Cryptos. I cited their article, one of their articles in a previous video that came across again at a rather opportune time. And this is titled at the top here, MoneyGram and Ripple are slashing fees. The announcement last week that Ripple had entered a strategic partnership with international money transfer giant MoneyGram was just one of many significant news items in crypto. Many are now seeing MoneyGram adverts appear in their web pages, and these seem to indicate that MoneyGram and Ripple are slashing fees as the ads show us a fee of only 99 cents right here. Let me scroll down here. Continues. XRP provides the real-time bridge between the currency of the sender and that of the receiver, and thanks to the 2-3 second settlement time, it almost completely removes price volatility. The adverts many of us are now seeing on our PCs and smartphones, thanks Google, are showing a price of 99 cents for a transfer to the Philippines. And by the way, guys, this is me talking now. As we know, that's one of the primary corridors that Ripple's been targeting, as they call it, low-hanging fruit, to the Philippines. And the other low-hanging fruit corridor that they're going for is into Mexico. So let me proceed now. Which seems very cheap and in accordance with the increased speed and lower volatility of xRapid bridging XRP. So let's take a look and see if MoneyGram and Ripple are slashing fees. And check this out. So this is a real world like little test case here, basically, where the writer on wisecryptos.com, they set up like a mock payment. Presumably they didn't send it through. They just wanted to compare MoneyGram fees with Western Union fees today. So check this out. In an article dated as recently as April 14th, Investopedia ran a price check on international transfers using both MoneyGram and Western Union. Fees for the transfers using a credit or debit card ranged from $9.99 to $46 using MoneyGram, and between $5 and $75 using Western Union, depending on the country you are sending money to. As previously mentioned, Wise Cryptos wrote this. So they say, we are based in the Netherlands and we have family in the UK, so let's go ahead and send an aunt 400 euros using MoneyGram and Western Union today, which is June 24th, 2019. And take a look at this here. This is what's astonishing, and if this is accurate, the bottom line is, and I'll read what they wrote below because I got to share this with you, but if you look at the transfer from MoneyGram, the fee that MoneyGram charges for this particular transaction is 99. What's the local currency? It's not. I keep wanting to say cents because I'm in the United States and we use dollars here. But anyway, 0.99. Was it GBP? Am I saying this right? Whatever. It doesn't matter. It's 0.99 and for euros. Okay, fine, euros. 0.99 euros, and for Western Union, it's 29 euros. So the cost to send the same amount of money, the fee, rather, let's say that the fee to send the money from the Netherlands to the UK, it costs 29 times as much in fees using Western Union as opposed to MoneyGram. Now, the reason that alarm bells are going off here is because, and again, referencing this April 14th piece by Investopedia, which again is before MoneyGram was officially partnered with Ripple and using xRapid. Again, the fees should have ranged anywhere from $9.99 to $46. And again, we're seeing just 99.99 euros, right? And so that's dramatically less than what one would expect based on what the going rate is for that. And then on top of that, again, the advertisements that they cite that you're seeing with Ripple and with MoneyGram, pointing out the whole 99-cent thing, is this just coincidence? I would tend to think not. So you could technically call it speculation if you want to, but don't the pieces fit pretty much perfectly? So if I'm missing something, please let me know. But that's what it's looking like to me. Now consider this. Western Union has stated that in the past that because they were trialing Ripple's xRapid technology which of course uses XRP. They were trialing it, and they said that their findings were that they didn't say xRapid cost them more, but they said something to the effect of the savings weren't significant, something to that effect. So maybe there were technically savings, or if they had made the change, what they were communicating to the general public is that the change would have been more or less the lateral switch. And so if it's a lateral switch, kind of why make the change in the first place, right? And so let me pose the question to you here. If this is accurate here, and we're seeing that the fees for this transaction that I'm citing here, between MoneyGram and Western Union are 29 times higher with Western Union, and if Western Union is stating that their treasuries are so efficient that xRapid couldn't help them, why is it that this particular transaction is 29 times more costly in terms of fees compared to MoneyGram? How is that even possible if they're running such efficient treasuries? Because you know as well as I, look, MoneyGram and Western Union, look, they're playing with whatever amount of margin they have. How could it possibly be that that MoneyGram could be that much less expensive? And so, if this isn't xRapid, I am blown away. I am absolutely blown away if this is not xRapid, and I want to be told exactly how this is possible and why. If they're not losing money doing this, right? That's exactly what I want to know. And let me pull up this. It's on the same topic here. I'm going to, and this is from tronweekly.com. I'm not going to read through this piece here, but they highlighted a tweet from Leonidas. Oh, I'm going to butcher this name. I've cited Leonidas on my channel before. Leonidas Hadjilozu. Yeah, that's not how you say that. I'm pretty darn confident. I'm more confident that that's not how you say his last name than I am confident that MoneyGram is using xRapid in the example I just cited. So that's how much I'm sure I butchered his name. But look, so here's what Leonidas tweeted out here, and this was on June 19th this year. Western Union CEO Hikmet Ersek speaking about Ripple and MoneyGram. Western Union still testing Ripple, looking at Ripple, and learning from Ripple. And here's one of the quotes from him. And he cites this at the end of this 1 minute 35 second clip, which again, I'm going to link this below so you guys can go ahead and check out this 1 minute 35 second clip for yourself. But at the end, he closes by stating, "Look, hey, I'm open. Any cost savings, any innovation, I'm there. We can sign a deal tomorrow." And that was specifically in reference to Ripple's xRapid technology, right? And so I just... But the reason this is also so confusing is during the same clip, he cited that they did their test. He said that they're actually still testing Ripple's technology, but he said that they found that their settlement system that they already have in place using traditional means of settlement is working perfectly for them. In so many words, that's what he communicated. So if that's the case, and then he wants to end by saying, hey, we can sign a deal tomorrow, and then we've got this example of Western Union costing a crazy amount more than MoneyGram, I don't see how at some point Western Union is not going to jump on board. And so regarding their initial claim that they weren't really seeing any monetary savings when they were testing xRapid, it begs the question is, to what degree was that BS? Was it accurate? And if it was BS, why were they doing it? Could it be something to where they just didn't want to show their cards or show their seriousness about considering xRapid? I could certainly... That I could at least understand and perhaps respect to some degree if they just don't want to show their competitors their hand. But, And then there's the whole thing of course, they've got money tied up all over the world in these Nostro accounts, and even if the fees associated with the transactions were at parity, if they're exactly the same, there's still the issue of why would Western Union want to keep all of their what could be working capital locked up? You could unleash the money within those Nostro accounts and your efficient treasuries that they like to brag about, and do other stuff with it. You could do anything with it. Invest it in the growth of your company. Invest it in other companies. Even that would be better. Invest it in MoneyGram. Invest it in something so that it's not dormant. It's got a chance at, earning interest somewhere. There's a bazillion ways you could spend that money better than just let it sit locked up in a Nostro account here. So I don't see how it could be the case that MoneyGram's made this switch and Western Union doesn't follow suit at some point. And so if I just had to guess, just kind of reading, the way the CEO of Western Union is speaking, and all the other articles that have been associated with this story and everything else coming out, it's speculation. But if I had to guess, and it is just a guess, admittedly, I think at some point we're going to see Western Union use xRapid for some or all of their transactions. Because I just don't know how you compete if you don't. You're looking at near instant settlement with xRapid. I don't see how you compete if you're Western Union. So I'd love to hear what you guys think about that below. But look, there's going to be a lot more corridors opening up, and I don't know for sure at this point, just based on the current system. And it's true, Ripple is still developing this ecosystem especially with the blend of xCurrent and xRapid. xCurrent being for messaging and xRapid being for settlement. There are a lot of corridors that still need to be developed, and as a result, it's certainly possible that it could be less expensive to facilitate some transactions through traditional means. That certainly could be the case. But then again, that's because this is a brand new technology and the whole thing's still being developed. So watch it unfold. Just absolutely watch it unfold. We'll see how it goes. But even if that's the case, there are some corridors right now that have already been developed where it will make sense for both Western Union and MoneyGram to utilize xRapid and XRP. That's just a cold hard fact. It just is. And last piece I wanted to cover... This is a piece from CoinDesk, and it's titled "Swift Gives Blockchain Platforms Access to Instant GPI Payments Following R3 Trial." And it states, global interbank messaging giant Swift has revealed it will allow blockchain firms to make use of its global payments innovation, GPI, platform for near real-time payments. In a report published late last week, Swift said that, following a successful proof of concept with R3's Corda platform, it would soon be enabling GPI payments on DLT, distributed ledger technology-based trade platforms, saying that GPI would resolve the payment challenges faced by DLT platforms. The firm explained that payments using the system would be initiated within trade workflows and be automatically sent onto the banking system. And so, there's, to be perfectly frank, I did want to share this with you because it came out today. But to be perfectly honest, there's not a whole lot of detail put out here in terms of what this would actually mean for the ecosystem. So I wanted to cite this so that it's caught my attention. And as I learn more about this, I'm going to be sharing more with you. But in terms of the actual implications of what this is going to do for any payment rails anywhere in the world, it's not evident right now. And so CoinDesk ends their piece here by stating this. It's also notable that R3 began testing its Corda Settler payments engine with XRP, the native cryptocurrency of Ripple, and that's not... We'll just let that slide. That's obviously inaccurate. Prompting a version of excitement among Ripple supporters. In any case, R3 has made clear from the start that the technology was always designed to be interoperable with a variety of payment systems. And I'll tell you what the speculation is on this, and I'm not saying that I buy into this. In fact, I'm trying to think back to a reason that I thought that this actually might not be accurate, but it's been so long since this story came up, I don't recall off the top of my head, so this is something I'll have to flesh out in a future video. But the concept was that Swift, in order to compete, what they do is they'd partner up. So they've already got understand. So Swift systems, this is an oversimplification, but essentially it's the same as xCurrent. Not literally true, but just for comparative purposes, let that slide. It's a messaging system. xCurrent is messaging. Swift is messaging. Swift does not do settlement. And so the theory out there was that by linking up with blockchain firms, especially with R3 and Corda, the Corda Settler specifically, which does use XRP, that's the first cryptocurrency to be used with the Corda Settler. The theory is that Swift already has their messaging system down, and they have it in place, so it's going to do well for whatever period of time, fine. But the theory is that they're going to go ahead and layer a settlement with Corda, which uses XRP, so XRP would be used with Swift as well. That's the theory. I'm not saying I subscribe to that, but in case you guys hadn't heard it, that's what it was, the concept that was being bandied about when this first came up some months ago. And I believe I covered it at some point. It's been a while since this has come up, and something made me think I'm not so convinced that's actually what's going to happen here. I just don't remember the specifics. But here's the thing, if that is accurate, if XRP is to be used in any capacity to settle payments that are originated through the Swift network, hey, if you're an XRP holder, that sounds great to me. It doesn't sound great to you. XRP's still getting used. As long as XRP is getting used, I don't care by what means it's getting used. As long as it's being held by market makers and this or that, sounds super duper to me. So that's where we're at with that. And again, this is a story I'll keep following, and I will update you as more developments occur. But that's all I got for you today. A shorter video than normal for me, but Maybe that'll feel like a nice reprieve, given that my last couple of videos have been closer to like 30 minutes. But maybe some of you like longer ones. I don't know. You guys tell me below. I like your feedback regardless. But I am not a financial advisor. Do not buy or sell anything because of anything that I say or write. That would be a very, very, very bad idea.